So as you prepare to bring people together, you want to think about, well, how much time do I need? Maybe you're used to prayer times where it's like 5 minutes, or, again, sitting in silence and no one ever prays. So just so you know, this type of format, as you get comfortable in facilitating it, you want to really prepare and make sure that you have time. You may be surprised how talkative Jesus is, and that when you get into a place where you start listening to him, you want to make sure that he has all the time that he needs to share, and he's the most important person in the universe. So let's have faith and expect that when we come before him, we're going to sit, we're going to give him time and not rush the process. And as you do that, you're going to find that he will engage when we, by faith, say, you know what, we're going to set aside an hour, a half hour, or an hour and a half, or even 3 hours. You can set aside a lot of time and just dialogue and listen to Jesus together. You're going to find that that is a real dynamic. And you may have never prayed for an hour in your entire life, but when you start moving from a monologue to a dialogue with Jesus, you're going to find you're going to be able to pray a lot longer, because he's got a lot of things to say and a lot of things on his heart that you can begin to engage with, besides just telling God all your problems. So the other dynamic is that God's maybe not going to say everything in one meeting. So you may have to have multiple times where you're praying and processing. Our family have had times where we've had 6 different times where we just sit and listen and process with the Lord and dialogue with him and continue to get more context as we are prepared to obey, but know that sometimes we need to really get more clarity so that we can obey in detail. And so personally, again, this may be different for you, but I find these listening times and to be able to both prepare the group, to present to the question, to wait on the Lord and allow him to share all that's on his heart, to then be able to allow everyone to share what they felt without going into sermons, but to then be able to pray into that and respond back to the Lord, to say back to God what he had just been saying to us. I'd say by kind of per topic, it's about a half hour to 45 minutes. So I find, depending on the size of the group. So just to get an idea, where if there's like a particular topic or issue or whatever, I really try to linger and engage with God and just make sure that we've given him enough time to share all that he wants to do, and both be able to pray it back to him and pray into it, and then commit ourselves to obey with the different action steps that may have come out of that.